students, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to discuss transport number and hit of theoretical device. Before discussing transport number, we should know what is meant by electrolysis, what are the discharge of ions, and what is meant by ionic mobility. This is a schematic representation of an electrolytic cell. Here cell, anode, cathode and the electrolyte. Here we know when a solution of electrolyte is subjected to an applied electric potential, the ions of the electrolyte move in particular direction. So here anode is positive and the cathode is negative. So during electrolysis, cations, positive ions will move towards the cathode and the anions will move towards the anode, and that will discharge at both the electrodes. So here the number of ions discharged depends upon the speed of ions. So here speed is converted into velocity. When ions are moving, speed will be there or velocity will be there. That ionic mobility will be depending on the discharge of ions at both electrodes. So we will discuss what is meant by ionic mobility. Ionic mobility is the distance travelled by an ion per second, that means velocity, under a potential gradient of 1 volt per meter. That means when we are applying one potential gradient, what is the velocity of the ions? That is meant by ionic mobility. So ionic mobility is not same in all the ions. When the ionic mobility is more, the speed will be more, or the ions will move towards respective electrodes at a faster rate. Now we will discuss transport number using a hit of theoretical device. So let us discuss an electrolyte MgCl2 that will discharge as Mg plus 2 and Cl minus. Here Mg plus 2 and Cl minus move with different velocities. Another example is HCl, here H plus and Cl minus. Here the velocity of H plus or the ionic mobility of H plus and ionic mobility of Cl minus is not same. Now we will discuss what will happen if the ionic mobilities are different and what will happen to the electricity passed because of this ionic mobility. Now we are going to discuss the discharge of ions during electrolysis using hit of theoretical device. This is a hit of theoretical device. It is a hypothetical tank having 3 compartments. First one is cathodic compartment, central compartment and anodic compartment. It is connected to positive terminal of battery. This one is negative. And here we have 5 pairs. 5 pairs of electrolyte. This plus minus is 1 pair, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pairs of electrolyte in all these 3 compartments. So the first one is A. Then another conditions are B, C and D. So in the first one, before passing electricity, this is the first condition. That means initial concentration. All ions are static and they are not moving. Now the second condition is only cations are moving. We know here this is anodic compartment, positive. This one is cathodic compartment. So during passing electricity, the cations will move towards the cathode and anions will move towards the anode. Now these are the conditions. Second condition is only cations move. Third condition is cations and anions move with same velocity. And the fourth condition is cations and anions move with different velocities. Now let us discuss second condition B, that means only cations move. Anion is not moving. So this is second condition. Here I have written all same. Now when we are passing the electricity, what will happen? Only cations are able to move. So O2 cations are able to move. So where the cations will move? Cations will move towards the cathode. So which cations will move? From anode or from cathode? Cations will move from this anodic compartments. These 2 cations will move from this anodic compartments to cathodic compartments. So what will happen? These 2 cations will move and will come here. So these 2 cations will be removed from here. Now see here, 2 cations move from anodic compartment to cathodic compartment. Now see what is the total number of ions here. 2 cations are not paired. Here 2 anions are also not paired. What will happen to these unpaired ions? Unpaired ions will always discharge at anode or cathode. Paired ions will be like that. So unpaired ions, here cations will accept the electrons, that will undergo reduction and that will discharge at the cathode. Here two anions are there. Two anions will lose electrons and that will be discharged at the. So these two anions will be discharged at the anode and these two cations will be discharged at the cathode. So here what happened? Only cations move but same number of ions are discharged at both the electrodes. Now see the third condition. What is the third condition? Same velocity. That means anions and cations are moving with same velocity. That means two cations and two anions are moving. Let's see here. Two cations are moving means two cations move from here to here. So here two cations will be there. And what will happen to anion? Two anions are also moving here. So here we will write two anions. Then this is already removed. So we can remove these two. And these two anions also removed. So we can rub it off. So what happened here? So here total 4 unpaired ions are there. 4 cations and 4 anions are here. And these 4 cations will move towards the cathode and these 4 anions will move towards the anode. Only, I repeat here, only unpaired ions are discharged at the respective electrodes. So here 4 cations and 4 anions move towards respective electrodes. So here both anions and cations move with same velocity. Then again same number of ions are discharged at respective electrodes. Now the last condition. What is the last condition? Cations and anions move with different velocities. So here suppose 2 cations and 3 anions are moving with different velocity, or we can write 3 cations and 2 anions are moving with different velocities. So we can write here 3 cations are moving and 2 anions are moving. That means they both move in different velocity. So 3 cations means 3 cations move from anode to cathode. So we can write here 3 cations. 3 cation, and here 2 anions are moving here. So here we will write 2 anions. So what will happen? Here 3 cations move from here. Then 2 anions move from here. Now see what is the total number of unpaired ions here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cations and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 anions are there. So 5 cations will discharge at the cathode and 5 anions will discharge at the anode. So what we understood here? Here the mobilities are different because they both move with same velocity. Only one ion move and 2 ions move with different velocity. Then also same number of ions are discharged at respective electrodes. According to Faraday's first law of electrolysis, the number of ions discharged at each electrode is proportional to the quantity of electricity which passes through the solution. So from here we can calculate the total quantity of electricity produced in each case. So in the case of B, how we can calculate the total quantity of electricity produced? Here the total quantity of electricity produced in the case of B is, how we can calculate? How much contribution from anion and cation. So cation how much produced? 2 cations and then here 2 anions. So here cation is 2 and anion is 2. So what will happen to C? In the case of C, 4 ions, 4 cations move towards the cathode. So number of cations is 4 and number of anion is 4. So total charge is 8. In the case of D, the total charge is 5 plus 5. And cation is 5 and the anion is 5. So here it is written total charge. In the case of B it is 4, case of C it is 8 and the case of D it is 5. Here the number of cations moving. First case 2 cations move towards the cathode. In the second case 2 plus 2 4 cations are moving, and in the third case 3 cations are moving and anion is 2. So total is 4, 8 and 5 in these 3 conditions. So let us conclude here. equal number of ions are discharged at both electrodes. Then no change in the concentration of the middle compartment. And here we know fall in concentration around any electrode is proportional to the speed of the ion move away from it. If two cations are moved from anode to cathode, so fall in concentration at anode will depend upon the speed of mobility or speed or mobility of cation, because cation is moving from anode. So the fall in concentration around anode is proportional to the speed of cation move away from it. Similarly, fall in concentration around cathode will depend upon the speed or mobility of anions, because from cathode anions are moving towards anode. So fall in concentration around electrode depends upon the speed of ions moving away from it. See this example here. Here two cations move from anodic compartment to cathode. So who lose here? Anodic compartment. Fall happens in the anodic compartment. So anodic compartment lose means it depends upon the speed of cations. Similarly here, in the case of C, two cations and two anions are moving. So two cations move from here. So cathodic compartment, two anions move from here and two cations move from anodic to cathodic. So here fall in concentration around cathodic compartment depends upon the speed of anions moving from cathode to anode. So we can write, during electrolysis of a solution of electrolyte containing anions and cations of same valency, the number of ions discharged at each electrode depends upon the sum of speed of cation and anion. What is meant by sum of speeds of cation and anion? We already told, according to Faraday's law, total number of ions discharged is proportional to total quantity of electricity passed through the solution. So total quantity of electricity passed depends upon the speed of cation and anion. So we can write in the second condition. What was our second condition? Our second condition was only cations were moving, anions were not moving. So cations here, how many cations were moving? Two cations were moving and anions are not moving. So total, according to Faraday's law, total quantity of electricity produced is depends upon the speed of ions. So here, how many cations are there? Two cations are there, no anion. So U plus, speed ionic mobility is represented by U. So mobility of cation, U plus equal to 2 and here U minus equal to 0. So total quantity of electricity produced is the sum of mobilities of cation and anion. That means 2 plus 0 equal to 2 is the total quantity of electricity produced in condition B. So what will happen to condition C? Here two cations are moving, two anions are moving. So mobility of cation is 2, mobility of anion is 2. So here total quantity of electricity produced is 2 plus 2, that is equal to 4. Let's see here in the condition 2, two cations are moving. So U plus is 2, U minus is 0. Total quantity of electricity produced is 2. In the case of third condition, two cations and two anions are moving. So 2 plus 2, total 4. Third condition was 3 cations are moving, 2 anions are moving. So total quantity of electricity produced is 3 plus 2 equal to 5. Since cations and anions move with different speeds, the amount of electricity carried by cation or anion will depend upon their speed. That is, faster moving ion would carry large fraction of current. We already know that if two are moving with different speeds, the amount of electricity will depend upon their speeds, because we already told here total quantity of electricity depends upon the mobilities of cations and anions. So if cations move faster, the fraction of current will be more with the cation. If anions are move faster, the fraction of current will be more with the anions. There comes the importance of transport number. So here this is our third condition. I will give one example. U plus equal to 3, U minus equal to 2. Because we already told cations move, 3 cations are moving, 2 anions are moving. So total quantity of electricity produced by both ions is 3 plus 2 equal to 5. Total current carried by cation. This is the total current carried by both ions is U plus plus U minus. Now let's see. It's both ions. Now we want to know what is the total current carried by only this cation. So total is 5. So what is the fraction of cation? It should be 3 by 5. So 3 means mobility of cation. 5 means 3 plus 2, that is U plus plus U minus. So total current carried by cation is U plus divided by U plus plus U minus. Similarly, what is the total current carried by anion? That will be 2 divided by 5. So we can write that U minus divided by U plus plus U minus. Now, so we have written here total current carried by cation is this one, total current carried by anion is this one. Now, what will be the total current carried by cation and anion? That will be U plus by U plus plus U minus plus U minus by U plus plus U minus. That means this both, the sum of these two, it will be 1. So here comes the definition of transport number. What is transport number? It is a fraction of current carried by an ion. It is a fraction of current. It's a fraction. 3 by 5 is a fraction. So transport number of cation means it's a fraction of current carried by cation. So what is the transport number of anion? Fraction of current carried by anion. So definition of transport number is the fraction of current carried by an ion is called transport number. The fraction of current carried by an ion is called transport number. So transport number of cation we can represent it as T plus. T plus equal to U plus by U plus plus U minus. So our U plus was 3. 3 by 5.6, that means it is 60%. Now what is the transport number of anion? U minus divided by U minus plus U plus, that is 2 by 5 0.4%. Sorry, 0.4, that means 40%. So T plus plus T minus is 0.6 plus 0.4, that is equal to 1. So this is important point. Total transport number of cation plus transport number of anion will be equal to 1. Let's see our previous cases. 2 cations are moving, 2 anions are moving. So here T plus will be 2 divided by 4, 0.5. U minus will be 2 divided by 4, again 0.5. Now in our second condition, 2 cations are moving, anions are not moving. So in that case also, U plus equal to 2, U minus equal to 0. Therefore T plus equal to 2 divided by 2, that is equal to 1. T minus equal to 0 divided by 2, that is equal to 0. So here transport number, total transport number is 1 plus 0, that is equal to 1. So dear students, today we have discussed transport number and Hitov theoretical device. Hope the class is clear, and if you like, please like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching.